Yeah, here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah, here we go, I'm TJ Quake.
What's cracking, ladies and gentlemen? This is TJ Quake, yo, gamer, and I'm back once again with the pop culture news of the day. The exciting new news from, the Daily Wire and their trolling of Disney. Oh, lovely. Baby, ladies and gentlemen, I got all kinds of crazy stuff to get into and everything. I'm letting you guys know we're gonna do this little flavor here. We're gonna talk about this. It's gonna be too long a video. It's gonna be really kind of short, actually. But it's just it's in the face beautifulness that I wanted to just at least come out there and let you guys know about, in case you guys don't know about it yet. But it's already getting out there, and I'm one of those people that loves to promote the falling of evil and everything. In my personal opinion, Disney is evil because of all the crazy whackness that they try to push out onto children and everything, and leaving the old school ways of morality, good old, just wholesome goodness. They don't have it anymore. And Disney is learning the hard way what happens to you when you go woke. Well, you go broke. That's right. And so, today we're going to show you a little something. The Daily Wire, if any of you guys know who Daily Wire is, they are the backlash against wokeism, against all the bullshit that we've been seeing in our entertainment lately. With movies, changing up the races of certain characters like Little Mermaid, Snow White, and many others. Peter Pan's getting, pushed over by freaking Wendy, and this stupid shit that none of us grew up with, and they're trying to change what we all grew up with and loved and cherished for so many years. Classics that we grew up with, and they tried to freaking put their foot on it and stomp it. But we're not letting it happen anymore. No. We're not letting that happen anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because now we're speaking back. We're speaking up. We're getting more social media sites that are conservative. And this is for, people, and don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Conservative doesn't mean that, guess what, if you're a liberal, if you're a Democrat or whatever you fall in line party-wise with or belief-wise with, it doesn't mean that you can't join in on the fun and festivities. You're welcome too, as long as you leave all that other bullshit behind you. Because we try to keep things back to normal reality of what life used to be like before the last couple of years. And so forth, with all the craziness that Disney's trying to push with trans this and gay this and all this stuff on your children. Nobody's saying any problems with that. There's no problem with that. It's when you try to push it. Get the clue, y'all. When you try to push your ideology and beliefs on someone else that doesn't want it and everything, especially on children, that parents don't want this happening to their children in the schools and stuff like that, and in their movies and cartoons and all this other stuff. Well, Daily Wire is coming up with their own solution to that, ladies and gentlemen, and that is we're going to create content that goes back to the good old days, like back in the 80s and the 90s when things were normal. We had good movies, we had good television, we had good comics like Rippaverse, who's got Homesome out there and so forth. He's another man out there, a brother, by the way, who's actually a libertarian and everything, who doesn't believe in all the woke bullshit and wants to go back to the old school ways of way comics used to be. And see, he created his own company at Rippaverse, and now he's got his thing happening with Homesome Comics, and it's excellent. I got to get the second new copy coming out that just came out. I got the first version of Homesome. Got to get the second one. So, but let me digress. No, let me digress. Let's bring it back here. So we're going to get into this real quick, little flow real quick. I want you guys to see what the real Snow White's going to be like. Be ready for the real Snow White, not the fake bullshit that Disney's trying to put out with weak-ass Rachel Zegler. Oh, no. Rachel's had it. Nobody wants that freaking heifer. Nobody cares about her. We don't want Snow Brown. We want the real Snow White. And you guys got to get the little teaser, Then I'm going to let you guys see that right now, and then we're going to get into what our thoughts on this new version that they're coming out. It's called Snow White and the Evil Queen. That's right. And theirs is a little bit more to the flavor. It's just giving you a little taste, a little flavor of what's going on with this Snow White here and everything. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it because Daily Wire is it's making Disney kind of get a little scared. They're getting a little scared out there in the back offices out there. They're kind of like, oh, wait a minute, we can't have it. They released their trailer before we even released ours. We'll get into that. Let's go ahead and let's go there real quick, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, if you guys like what I do, you guys like what I throw right here, the stuff that I try to convey to you guys from the ghetto perspective, the gaming TJ Quake ghetto perspective, and so forth. Please give a like, a subscribe, share the video. That really helps us out in the algorithms and gets us out there to those people that want to see, normalcy again. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to let people enlighten people to the normalcy of what we used to be about. And I'm about bringing that back and conquering the demonic evil that the left is trying to push on all of us. So let's go over here and let's check out that little Snow White video here.
Once upon a time, in time a prince would come. Once upon a time, but now that time is gone.
Hold up, my face is all in the way of the title because you guys got to see the title the way they did the title. Wait a minute, hold up, you guys got to be able to at least see that and everything. Look at that. Snow White and the Evil Queen. Oh yes, it's gonna be lovely, you guys. Oh, it's gonna be lovely. Go on, finish that off there. Now the next thing they're going to show is this thing called I think it's called Bent Key. It's another thing that the Daily Wire is putting out there. If you see the abbreviations BK right here, that stands for Bent Key. What they're doing with that, oh man, the stuff they doing with that, you guys. Cartoons, real cool cartoons, actual flavor for the childrens, okay? The stuff that children should be able to grow up with. This Bent Key is going to have, and so forth. Oh, I'm digging on what they're doing with this thing right here, because this is going to be some next level shit. And I believe there is a little preview on stuff for that too. I might be able to get into that, show you a little bit of some of their previews for Bent Key and the cartoons and stuff for children, that's not going to be all wokeified and politicized and put all this freaking evil bullshit into the cartoons for the kids to be brainwashed with. No. It's going back to the good old days. That's right, the good old days. Stretch that back. Right. So anyways, you guys, that is going to be the new Snow White right there. That is, Soul Train. Woo. That's going to be the new Snow White, you guys. That's the Snow White I'm looking forward to seeing. This one by Disney, sorry, you can miss me with that shizzle. Miss me with it. Rachel Zegler, miss me with that bullshit. Because nobody gives a flip about Rachel Zegler anymore. This girl's worse than Brie Larson, and she's ruined her career by all the bullshit that she's put out there. And we're going to get a little bit more back into that again, because we're going to see what an actress, the person that's playing the girl that you see right here, at the end right here, this is Brett Cooper. She's actually an actress. I'm sorry. She's actually a podcaster. She's actually on the Daily Wire. She has a show on the Daily Wire. But before she got on the Daily Wire and did her own podcast, YouTube channel, and everything, and I'll bring that up for you. Let me show you what she looks as. Yeah, before she came out into the mix, Brett Cooper, this girl right here, she was an actress already before she got on the Daily Wire. I only knew her. The thing that tripped me out is I thought this girl was a podcaster, like a YouTube content creator, like most of us are, everything. And well, that's actually what she started doing after she started acting. She actually left Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, because she got sick of all the wokeism in Hollywood. So she left it to join Daily Wire because she knew Daily Wire was trying to do some stuff. They were trying to create their own new entertainment that fits, conservative means and everything, in a way that is something that most people can agree with. Not all, obviously, the woke, lefties and the LGBTs and all those fools that are like, activists. No, they're not going to be happy with it. As a matter of fact, they're going to be upset because they'll be like, well, how come you didn't make Snow White black? Why isn't she black? I don't get it. You guys are racist. No, Snow White is Snow White because this is what Snow White should look like. Everything. Now it's a different version looking of Snow White, granted, and everything. They have to kind of, because this is based off of the if I'm correct on the people that this is based off the book that it's based off of. Disney technically took the storyline from a fairy tale book. What is it called? The Grimm's. I think it's the Grimm's something fairy tale book. Let me make sure. Yeah, Grimm's fairy tales. That's what it is. So Grimm's fairy tale basically was the originator of Snow White. So Disney doesn't own the rights to Grimm's fairy tales. Snow White comes from that, and so forth. So you could do any version you like of Snow White as long as it's not the version that freaking, Disney did with the 7 doors, whatever, and everything. You can make different adaptations of it and be able to get away with it and so forth. So like you had Snow White and the Henchmen. Remember when that came out? That was made by Disney and everything. And that was a different version, a take on Snow White. So that's what this is. So I'm going to give you a little something about the difference between the actors, the actresses, okay? This is what a real actress would say, somebody that appreciates the lore, okay, we'll say, the lore, the origination of where this came from, of Snow White. And this is somebody that appreciates the old school version of it and says we're going to put a nice little new flavor on it and stays true to it. Gives it respect. This is what Brett Cooper says. Daily Wire Boring says it's a story about princesses and a prince, about beauty and vanity, about love. Oh, you know what? I want to make this so you guys can see it because you guys can't read that. Let's go ahead and blow that up a little bit so you guys can see that a little more better. More better, make it more better. Yeah, we'll do that for you here. Let me see. We'll make sure. Can I get that up a little bit more? Can I get that up a little more? Let me get a little more zoom on that. There we go. Because I want you guys to be able to see that shizzle. Okay. So here it is. Daily Wire's Boring said it's a story about a princess and a prince, about beauty and vanity, about love and its power to raise us from death to life. It's our own adaptation of an ancient fairy tale. See? It's their own adaptation, but they're doing it off of the basis, the core story, the lore of a princess and a prince, and what happened between Snow White, the queen, and the prince. And of course, these 7 little people and everything that came about, the dwarves, okay? And I ain't afraid to say it because that's what it should be called. Hello? Let's get out of this politically correct bullshizzle. So then you got Brett Cooper, the girl that's playing Snow White in this. She says, I was raised on the original Grimm's fairy tales, okay? Raised on the original Grimm's fairy tales. So the Grimm's fairy tales is where Snow White came from. Okay, Disney didn't come up with that. Grimm's did and everything. So I'm thrilled that we're bringing this iconic, and let's go ahead and click to expand this. We're bringing this iconic story to life for the next generation, said Cooper. Snow White is such a beautiful character, and I'm honored to be playing her. Not like, oh, somebody needs to pay me for every hour of the time I'm wearing this stupid Snow White dress, like Rachel Zegler did. Yeah. No, we're not doing that with the Rachel Zegler thing. So she was raised on it. Snow White is such a beautiful character, and I'm honored to be playing her like all the best fairy tales. This is a story with timeless values. Do you get that, Rachel? Values. There's, conservative values in there that you're trying to stomp on, like love, friendship, and kindness. And I can't wait to share them. Again, love, friendship, and kindness. Well, Rachel doesn't like the love part. Oh, there's not going to be a love story like everybody thinks it's going to be. No. Oh, the prince, the guy that's playing the prince, well, his parts might get cut out. That's Hollywood, baby. That's the evil talk coming out of that witch's mouth and everything. You see somebody who appreciates the story, the talks. She's not talking down on it. The movie was done in 1937, so whatever the frick she said, and everything. Evidently so. That's what she said. Borain took a swipe today at Disney's upcoming Snow White movie starring Rachel Zegler. Without providing specific evidence, Borain claimed the House of Mouse's film will expose children to the popular but destructive lies of the current moment. You get that? Destructive lies. In other words, they're trying to tell children that this is something else other than what they saw in the cartoon. Never mind that a lot of people got the old Snow White cartoon. They're going to come and see this and go, what the hell is this? Where's the 7 dwarves at? Who are these 7 hippie-looking mother flips? Nobody wants that. And so forth. So, yeah. So that's somebody that's true to Snow White. And guess what? She's white. I had to say the woman that's kind of more the complexion of what Snow White would look like. She's not brown like this heifer right here. Everything. Let's go back and hear what Rachel said again. What did Rachel think of a good old Snow White and Disney and all that wonderful stuff? Let's see what the woman here who got played played the first Snow White movie, the full Snow White movie. Let's see what this old Rachel Hispanic woman says. Oh, it's going to be rich, you guys. Come on, Rachel. Let's hear what you got to say.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So.
Never revisited Snow White again. Really? She never visited again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I wonder why. Yeah. Because she doesn't like Snow White, actually. But then she goes and shows out some pictures of her as a little girl dressed in a Snow White outfit. Little girl, she probably looked like she's about 4 or 5. Something like that. Wearing a Snow White outfit. But you were scared of it. I thought it was horrifying to you. Rachel? Yeah. And so forth. So she's all, as you can see, downplaying Snow White, trying to make it seem like she was above it. Oh, I guess I'll play the role. I never even saw it. I tried to check it out once when I was a kid. I was scared of it. Oh my gosh. Never even visited again. No. But now she's all of a sudden getting paid some money and everything. Oh, she's wanting to do Snow White now. Or Snow Brown. That's exactly what this is. Snowy Brown. So in that flow, there she is again, talking smackle once again, Rachel. And then, of course, here's Rachel again with what she said before. And you guys, we did this video before. But I just want you guys to breathe back in, because I don't want nobody to forget what this woman said, what she was about, what she's still about. And she's probably going to try to start bringing it back a little bit now because she's getting all this backlash and possibly might be getting fired. She's already been fired off of a number of projects already, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's going to go watch that stupid Hunger Games, not with her starring in it. Hell no, I ain't watching that bullshizzle. No, not me. Sorry, Rachel, you lost me there. I watched the first Hunger Games and it was all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stand through it again watching this freaking heifer. Hell no. And everything. Anything this woman does, I'm done with, and so forth. And this is how you get to these people, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, we control what gets put out there. Just like we control what president we may have or politicians that we put in the house. It's up to us, the people. We're the ones that vote these people in, and we could be the ones that vote them out with either our votes or with our wallets. And I suggest start using your wallets, people, to jack these fools up. Look what they did to Bud Light. Oh, you think Bud Light's happy now? They're regretting that bullshit that they put out there. They're like, what did we do? Yeah. Bud Light's not looking so hot anymore. People are not buying the beer. They're done with Bud Light. Victoria's Secret, I hear, is trying to push back now, too. They're pulling their shiz back. Oh, yeah. Want to see a little thing on that? Real quick, just so before we go into this. Here we go. Here we go, right here. Big old blow right here. Look at this. Victoria's Secret ditches prioritizing wokeness over sexiness after sales drop. It's wonderful. Yeah. They're feeling the heat. You want to know why Victoria's Secret is dropping their wokeness? Because see, Victoria's Secret decided to get rid of the angels, right? The Victoria's Secret angel models, remember when there was real women actually modeling lingerie and not these men trying to be women being the models and so forth? Yeah. They started going that route now. They putting a man up who wants to be a woman now. A Victoria's Secret. Who the hell wants to see that? Real men, us men. Men used to go into Victoria's Secret. I was one of those men that would go into Victoria's Secret because who likes to buy lingerie and see it on a woman? The men do. The men want to see their women in lingerie and that nice little romantic moments and so forth. The men want that. And so forth. The women will sometimes go out and they buy the lingerie and when it looks sexy for their man. No matter what their size is, it could be skinny to big old hefty woman. It doesn't matter. But the fact is that it makes them feel like they're sexy. They want to look like the Victoria's Secret beautiful models. That's the goal. And so when you wear it, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like that and so forth. Well, nobody wants to look at some homely looking chick looks like a dude and everything. And her name is Megan. What's her name? That was on the soccer team. Yeah. Though they canceled her off the freaking whole deal. Why? Because she sucks. First of all, she's no good. She's a freaking feminazi. And nobody wants to see it anymore. So you got the lingerie chain here. What they said, and I'll bring, we'll get right back to Snow White here. But just so you guys can see this, lingerie chain Victoria's Secret is reportedly ditching its woke feminist makeover of recent years as it hasn't translated to business success. I wonder why. Because they started putting all this nastiness. They put big old people wearing lingerie. They put men wanting to be women in lingerie. They put women looking like dykes in lingerie and so forth, looking like they look like men in lingerie. I'm like, what the hell is this? I walk right past Victoria's Secret now and I'm like, ugh. Sorry. My daughter used to actually work for Victoria's Secret. She quit it. She said, man, they changing all the stuff up in here, man. It looks like dudes wearing lingerie now. And so forth. It's stupid. And they thought that this was going to work. Oh, we just want to be able to be inclusive to everybody. Big women and skinny women, all this stuff. And no, that's not what people want to see. They want to see fantasy. Fantasy. And everything. You got to get people fantasy. That's what sells. That's what you guys marketed as when you guys first started, and it was selling. But these people care more about wokeness than making profit. But now that they're going down under, they're changing their freaking tune. You see what I'm saying? and so forth. So since the brand decided to move away from its hypersexualized image, as businessofashion.com described it in a recent article, Victoria's Secret has seen a significant revenue drop. As such, it has looked to revamp itself and bring back sexiness. Sexiness, bring sexy back. The outlet noted in piece that was also published by editorial partner CNN on Tuesday. Yeah. Kathleen Chin reported that its brand's efforts to promote exclusivity, which included making LGBTQ pro-women's soccer player and outspoken leftist Megan Rapinoe, that's her name, Megan Rapinoe. Yeah, they fired her as a spokesperson for it now. They don't want her and so forth because they tried to make it seem like this girl was going to be selling their sexy lingerie. Have anybody seen what Megan Rapinoe looks like? Yeah, she looks like a freaking dude now because she got her hair all butched. She's got a pink, purple, whatever everyone. Her face looks just hardened and so forth. Looks rugged, skinny, no wave, no curves in her body, nothing and everything. She presents herself like a dude and acts like she's a woman and everything. She is a woman, don't get me wrong, but some are starting to wonder. Anyway, backtracking back to Snow White and everything. So we got again, like I said, you got Brett Cooper, who basically, loves playing the role and speaks you highly of the role. Well, you got Rachel Zegler, once again, bringing you back to this stupidity woman. Listen to what she had to say once again so you guys remember how this stupid half it was.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming.
Not going to be dreaming about true love. Not going to be saved by the prince. I don't know. The thing that made Snow White, the story. What movie are you making? There's no seven dwarves. There's no love. There's no true. No, this is what Snow White's really about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get down to what Snow White was really about. This is what Snow White is supposed to be about, says Rachel Zegler. Zegler, go and tell everybody what Snow White's supposed to be about. Go.
Dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see.
It's just a really beautiful story for young people everywhere. No, it's not. It's not. It's not a lovely story for young people all over. You're trying to tell people that the love doesn't exist anymore. The love should be, I don't know. It's just a thing, whatever. Anything. We're girl bosses. We rule over men. Really? Rachel, do you really think you can beat up this dude right here? If you needed to pick up some real heavy stuff, you're going to do it yourself and say, maybe this guy, I don't need him. I can pick up all these weights myself and drag it over to my car by myself. I can do that. These people are stupid, dude, and they wonder why they're getting why the backlash is happening. Why people in the end don't buy into this bullshit. They all believe it because they think it's part of the new thing. It's the new wave. It's the hip thing. It's being progressive. Progressive. Man. These people don't get it. Nobody wants to see your bullshit anymore. That's why people are running away from Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. I don't call it George Lucas Star Wars. George Lucas Star Wars is the real Star Wars. Disney Star Wars, I don't even know why he's even called Star Wars. It must just call it something else. Because with the stuff they did with Disney, it's just whack beyond whack. This stuff is no longer the real far, far away galaxy that George Lucas came up with. No, they want so badly to move away from George Lucas. Well, you guys are doing a great job, Disney. Keep on it. And look how many fans just keep dropping off. All these people, subscribers, dropping off. And everybody, nobody wants to see your shit because nothing looks like the Ahsoka thing was whack as all get out. Admiral Thrawn shouldn't even really be in the series that they did. Admiral Thrawn comes from, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you where Admiral Thrawn, where they got Admiral Thrawn from. Just so we can just get that real straight for all you Star Wars fans out there. Admiral Thrawn, the guy that was the blue face guy with the red eyes in the last Ahsoka movie and everything. Let me show you where they got him from so you guys can see this for yourselves. Okay, so I got it right here. You see this right here, ladies and gentlemen? This right here is a book by Timothy Zahn. It's called Star Wars, Heir to the Empire. You know, this looks pretty old. The cover and everything's all... I got this back in 1992. Okay, 92. When Timothy Zahn came up with 3 new books that came out to show what the new trilogy would have been like going on past the Return of the Jedi and so forth. These is what the story was supposed to be based on. It still had Luke, you know, we had Luke here, we had Leia here, we had Han Solo here, and guess what? This guy right here, as you can see, that's Admiral Thrawn, the guy in the white suit. That's where they got it from, you guys. From this book right here, a real book about Star Wars that George Lucas approved for Timothy Zahn to do. And Timothy Zahn did the real version of what Princess Leia and Han Solo were married. Yeah, they were married. Oh yeah, they had twins. It wasn't just one kid. They didn't have just Ben Solo. No, they had twins. They had a girl and a boy, and one of them went to the dark side. Oh yeah, you gotta get in the books, but get into the real material. I read this book, and I'm not a book reader. I'm telling you guys, I'm not a book reader, and so forth. But I was such a Star Wars fan, I had to see what this was about. So I got it for my birthday. I believe it was my dad bought it for me for my birthday, or my mom. Somebody got this book for me, and I was, dude, I read this thing. I read the whole day up there. I read it like within a week or something like that, and everything. And again, I'm not a book reader. And everything. What was this? It was like I think I even dated it. Oh, it was 1991, June 20th. Heir to the Empire. Finished reading Heir to the Empire, June 20th, 1991. So I got this in 1991. That's when this came out, you guys. And this was right here was the starting of new magic. And trust me, when I read this book, you guys, I felt like I was watching Star Wars, the new Star Wars again. It even said in the back, it says, when it came back to how it started up again, it's a time of renewal. 5 years after the destruction of the Death Star and the defeat of Darth Vader and the Empire, but with a war seemingly won, strands are being to show in the Rebel Alliance. New challenges to galactic peace have arisen, and Luke Skywalker hears a voice from his past, a voice with a warning: beware of the dark side. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That was what the new Star Wars movies was supposed to be based on. It was supposed to be based on it. And they even Tim Filoni tried to use the Heir to the Empire flow and so forth in it, but they totally took Ahsoka was not a part of this book. There was no reading about Ahsoka in this book. There was no Ahsoka. Admiral Thrawn was smart as all get out. Dude, this guy was a genius. He couldn't be messed with. This guy had he knew all the shit about the Emperor. This guy right here at top, that's Sabayath. Now that guy right there technically is who that guy Bail, I guess, is supposed to be in what they're trying to make him out to be in there. But he didn't have no apprentice. This guy was an actual, he was a clone. He was a clone Jedi, and there was dark secrets about him, and Admiral Thrawn was using him as a part of his way of gaining access to the Force again and stuff like that, and all the secrets about it and whatnot. You got to read the real book, you guys. You guys want to read some real Star Wars? Read the real shiz. This Disney stuff, weak as all get out. Just like the Snow White shiz that Disney's trying to put out, weak as all get out. The real deal that people want to see is something that originates the realness of Snow White and Star Wars and all these other ones that we have out there. Even look at the daggum writing, if you can see the writing there and so forth. Look how nicely that looks. It looks fairy tale-ish like. The one from Disney looks horrible. It looks like freaking, okay. It does look kind of dark looking, actually. I'm like, why didn't you guys make this look more, fantasy about? This is what it should look like. So, ladies and gentlemen, closing, what I'm trying to tell you is, that real people that appreciate the art and the lore of something, they're going to do a better job. Even the vocals in this sound good. The girl can sing and everything. Once upon a time. No, anyway. But you guys know the meaning what I'm trying to get at. So, ladies and gentlemen, bypass the Disney Week Snow White. Nobody gives a flip about that. You guys want to see a Snow White movie? If any of you guys are interested in the old school lore of Snow White, this is the one to go watch. Frick Disney. Nobody cares about frickin' Disney's weak ass Snow Brown and the 7 flip necks. It's a joke. And and Disney's mad now because they see that they got this commercial out before they did. Now they have to jump on real quickly to get their shiz out because they're like, hey, now they're trying to find out some way of freaking trying to throw a wrench in freaking Daily Wire's little Snow White movie here because they're trying to figure out, hey, you guys can't be doing the version. Well, no, they're not doing your version, Disney. They're doing the real version. Your version ain't Snow White. What you guys are doing is completely different. Everything. You're not doing Snow White. As far as I'm concerned, your guys is a piece of dirt crap. And the actress that you hired to do the part, you need to get rid of her ASAP. If you want to really make some money, Disney, you need to get rid of Rachel Zegler and so forth. Instead of the prince that she was up there talking about, they're going to cut his scenes, cut her scenes. She's the one that needs to be bounced. And right here, I'm going to watch this one here with Brett Cooper. Because this girl right here, she portrays Snow White a lot more realistically to me than Rachel Zegler does. Because guess what? Snow White, skin is white as snow. That skin is brown as the desert sand. Not trying to be racist, I'm just saying, guys. You know? The part she played in West Side Story was probably perfect for her. Why? Because it was played by actual Hispanics. Could you imagine they did West Side Story and the Puerto Rican girl that they had they played being the Puerto Rican girl would have been her, and so forth. No. She was perfect to play the Puerto Rican girl because she's Latina, and that's the way it should be. And that's why, and I would have the same problem if they put some, Asian girl in there to play freaking what's her name? I think her name was Maria or something like that in West Side Story. Yeah. No, she's supposed to be Hispanic. She's Puerto Rican. And everything. Puerto Ricans are brown-skinned people, for the most part. And everything, for the most part. They can be light too. Don't get me wrong, but the majority, yeah, is brown skin and so forth. So that's the way it is and everything. I'm black Puerto Rican myself, so I know the deal and so forth. And I would not want to see me of this flavor playing Snow White. I'm sorry. I'm being real, y'all. That's just the way it is. But anyway, let's go back to the full deal. This is TJ Quake, Ghetto Gaming, right here. If you guys like what I throw at you, showing you guys the real deal, showing you what's really coming out there. Again, you guys, Daily Wire's got some stuff coming. You guys might want to check that out. You might want to check out our cartoon little thing, their little animated thing. Matter of fact, do I got a little piece of that? Let me see. Check it out. Here's a little something from Bent Key from Daily Wire, and this is what children's cartoons should be like.
Hi! You made it!
Oh, hello!
Wanna play?
I've seen enough. These two are ready.
Ready or not, here we go! Please keep your arms and legs inside the cart at all times.
Hurry up, the party is starting soon.
Yeah! Follow me! Where is he going? We're going on a treasure hunt.
We're exploring the wild blue yonder!
It's Chilla time!
Pretty incredible. It's unbelievable.
Whether big or little or big, we all have fabulous adventures together.
Wow! It's time to head off for adventure. Look around you. All we need is the bit of music.
Drum solo!
Imagine this.
There it is, you guys. Bent Key. This is especially for children only, for little 4-year-olds, 3-year-olds, little toddlers. This is what cartoons should be like for little children. Not stuff where you're saying, hey, I noticed that I have this thing down here. I want to have it cut off, Mommy, because I think I'm a boy. A girl, I mean. I'm a girl, and I want to wear wigs and put on dresses and have tea parties. No! You're a boy. We don't do that in Boyland, and so forth. But this is what they'll put into a cartoon, though. They'll put that kind of stuff into a cartoon, and kids are going to be like, now they're going to be questioning themselves. Well, should I be doing that, Mommy? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to brainwash your kids through these cartoons. Well, here you guys going to do. You guys want some real cartoons for your children where they're not going to get brainwashed with freaking evil demonic craziness from Satan and so forth. You guys can come in and watch something wholesome for your children and so forth. I highly recommend this. Bent Key, go to Daily Wire, sign up with those guys. Those guys, I'm pretty sure, are going to love your you coming over and subscribing to them and this will be something that moves our country in a better way. Little bit by little bit, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take our culture back. And this is how we do it. Starting off with the culture. Oh, they want to come after our children? Well, let's protect our children and let's put this stuff out there. Let's put out real cartoons, real stories, real wholesome stuff that we all grew up with when we were kids, like Snow White and everything, and portray it the way it should be. And that's all I got to say on that note, ladies and gentlemen. I am TJ Quake, yo ghetto gamer. And I'm out at 5, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. And by the way, the next one, yeah, we're going to get a little serious because, yeah, don't let me forget. I didn't forget. We got some craziness going on in our world right now with the whole Palestine, with Gaza and Israel and Hamas and all this crazy stuff. It's bad, you guys. It's the coming times. The Bible speaks of it. And we're getting there and so forth. But I had to put my little flow out there, and I'm going to put my little flow out there on who I think out there. People that we thought were, I guess, wanting to be part of good old USA and Canada don't really seem like they want to really be a part of USA and Canada, if you catch my drift. We'll talk about it on the next one. This is TJ Quake, yo ghetto gamer. I'm out at 5, y'all. Peace.
Who's this? TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer. Yeah. Here we go, yeah. I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer, on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on the gaming string. Bang, bang, blaze 'em on up, TJ Quake, we bustin' like 1, 2, 3, here we go.